Hey, your chance now to enter the Champ Car Live Fast sweepstakes presented by Bridgestone. You can win a trip to the Grand Prix of Edmonton, plus a set of Bridgestone Potenzas or an Auto Week subscription. Our grand prize winner gets a new Ford Mustang, which is in Mexico City for the series finale. Code word this week is WILL. The official rules and an entry at champcar.ws. The Champ Car Live Fast sweepstakes presented by Bridgestone. A lot going on here at Exhibition Place. It's a three-day festival of speed. Cheetah, a new action sports drink. They provide the Cheetah Action Zone here. How about this, Derek? Have you done this on your bike lately?
No, I have not quite done that. Nor have I done that.
I know a guy on our crew who could do that. I'll bet you Cameron Steele could pull that stunt off.
Isn't that every mother's dream? Have their son aspire to do that. That's actually not too far from where we are right now. That was an awesome display all weekend long here. Here's another great display.
AJ Allmendinger 2.8 seconds out in front as Bridgestone presents the Champ Car World Series powered by Ford. The Molson Champ Car Grand Prix of Toronto, 7th race of the season. Catherine Legg done for the day. She is behind the wall in car number 20, the Bell Micro PKV Lola. The car on pit road with the engine cover off. See the frustration on her face.
Kevin Kalkoven, the team boss, right there.
A look at what happened to Catherine as she came off the final turn.
I think she's in the yeah, she is in the marbles. She is in the marbles, which is the rolled up pieces of rubber and debris and stones and everything else. And this, is this the front straight?
It is. She white-walled the tires there off the final corner, Jan.
Well, let's find out exactly what happened. Certainly damage on the car. Catherine, what happened out there?
I'm not sure. I was coming around that last turn and something felt like it broke and it just understeered out. And there was just no chance I was going to make the corner.
It's been a tough day for you. What has caused things to be difficult for you today?
It just hasn't gone my way. You know, we had that coming together with Jan in the first lap and it's kind of gone badly ever since. The only redeeming factor was I had the quickest lap time until that happened. So we'll get there. It's just frustrating.
Thank you, Catherine.
You can see the disappointment in her eyes there, Derek Daly, as she will be classified 14th out of the 17 starters today here in Toronto. Team still working on the 20 car. Oriol Servia right there in 6th now. That is the 6 car. The Gulfstream machine for the PKV team. He's in front of Oriol, or rather Servia is 6th in front of Philippe and Ranger.
Okay, have a look at this picture here, because this could be the telltale picture as this race unfolds. Servia and Philippe, we know, can run to the end with the amount of fuel. There is a question mark over Allmendinger, Tracy Bourdais, Wilson, Tag, and everybody else in that top group as to whether they can go all the way. They need a yellow flag to make it all the way. They don't have enough fuel.
And Derek, that may or may not be the case because their fuel mileage today has been better than predicted. So they pitted on lap 50 in the case for AJ Allmendinger and for Paul Tracy. The window was 52. They certainly feel as though they can save fuel enough to hit that window. So it is not necessarily the case they'll have to hit pit road. They seem pretty confident they won't.
Okay. So save fuel and go fast at the same time. And certainly if there's a yellow, they're looking really good.
Watching the Tide MyJack car of Andrew Ranger, 7th at the moment. 15 laps to go here through the streets of Toronto. In front of him, Nelson Philippe, Oriol Servia. He's got Cristiano D'Amata right there as well. D'Amata trailing Ranger at the moment in 8th. Bruce Sport, car number 10, the 2002 Series champion. Here comes Ranger. Final stop of the day for Andrew Ranger. A lot of hopes riding with Ranger here in Toronto. Cameron.
Well, a lot of his friends here today, and he runs with a Superman logo on the back of his helmet. You know, he might have the cape on today is what he was saying earlier. He really wants to go for it. He really hasn't had the luck he wanted, but he's definitely pushing here at the end.
So Ranger in that Tide MyJack entry, down and away, throws a tear off as he comes back up to speed. Allmendinger, nearly a 3-second advantage over Paul Tracy now with 15 to go. Ranger has completed the most laps of anyone on the tour this season. That has put him 4th in the championship, but he needs to start scoring some top finishes, Derek. Needs to get back to the podium where he was a year ago in Monterey and be in contention for a win for Eric Bachelard's team down the backstretch.
And both MyJack cars between the two Forsyth cars. Allmendinger, bottom of your screen. This Tracy needs to clear these boys as quickly as possible. You can't evaporate. We mentioned it earlier. You can give the leader some room. But if you're in a fight yourself, you don't want to back off too much and lose position yourself as you move over. That was the corner we saw Allmendinger crash in a monster way last year.
Watching Ranger. He's slotted in between Allmendinger and Tracy in a moment. New look for you, show you the Cosworth power to pass statistics with coming up 13 laps to go. Who's got most left out of that 60 seconds? 75 extra horsepower on tap here. Nelson Philippe with more than half of his original 60 seconds left at this point. Allmendinger also has nearly 40 seconds to go.
73 laps gone. Allmendinger now knows pretty much who has what, who has the power, who can challenge him. Now knows that he has the speed to basically hold off any serious challenge. What he needs to do now is make sure he doesn't trip over the doorstep, i.e. fall over any of these lap cars as he makes his way through that. Do not make a mistake. It's very costly on a street circuit.
There is Tracy, the thrill from West Hill, performing in front of the hometown fans. The winner here 3 years ago, second by 2.5 seconds. He's turned in a very nice drive today. Ran second at Houston, has yet to win though in 2006. I told you at the top of the broadcast just how frustrating it's been for PT and how badly he would love to score the victory here today. Get that gorilla off his back.
Yeah, and he needs just a good finish here. Tracy is the biggest star name in Champ Car racing. After the crashes, he just needs reliability. Jan?
With Neil Mickelwright, can both your cars make it on fuel?
Yeah, right now we're looking good. I mean, as long as there's no mechanical issues with the cars, we believe that we have enough fuel to make it the rest of the way.
Any differences in setup or opinion as to which guy is happier or which has more speed at this case between AJ and Paul Tracy?
No, right now they seem pretty much equal. You know, they're kind of baiting each other to see who's going to try and go for it first. So I don't care as long as they don't hit each other. You know.
Now, are they having to save fuel or they're fairly comfortable?
You know, we're not able to go crazy, but we're not saving fuel per se. We're just being sensible with what we have.
If one of your cars wins again, what's happening to the hair? You've had all different colors and all kinds of bets. What's going to happen?
Well, if AJ wins, I guess he and his crew get to shave my head. And last time out with PT, it was the same kind of deal. He wanted to shave my head with his own clippers. So we'll see whether or not... well, we'll see. I don't know.
I think we're going to see a hairless Neil. What do you think?
Could break out that way. Allmendinger out in front. 10 to go next time by. This is Tracy. 2.7 seconds behind in second spot. Allmendinger continues to lead. He has been quick all weekend. Provisional pole sitter Friday. Started alongside his former teammate, still good friend Justin Wilson today. But Wilson at the moment buried in fourth. 25 seconds back, Sebastian Bourdais, the champ. 19 seconds back, third. Serbia on a different fuel strategy rides fifth behind the two Forsyth Index cars. We'll be back in Toronto. Toronto, a huge wreck, full course caution for the third time today. Here is what happened at the end of the backstretch, it appears, Derek. Nelson Philippe, who led a lot of laps. Oriol Servia, who we thought had an opportunity. Huge impact. Both drivers have walked away. They appear to be fine, but those two race cars here's ready for the scrappy.
Destroyed racing cars. End of the backstraight. Oh, Nelson Philippe gets it all wrong. Misjudges the brake zone. Absolutely wallops the back of Servia and takes these cars both off the racetrack down to the escape road. See all the concrete wall again, and then into the tires. The tires are obviously there to arrest the energy. All the tires you see here did exactly what they were supposed to do.
Dan Pettit there, the PKV team.
Mark Johnson right there, the new hire, new team manager. I don't know what happened there.
Certainly a situation where Mark Johnson had Serbia on a different fuel strategy.
And this is not even a small mistake. This is a huge mistake. Nelson Philippe. There's the concrete wall here for Servia. That's probably doing 150 miles an hour as they go underneath the camera here. Smashes into the tire wall. Wow. Talk about being upside down, having led races and looking like a champion. That is Will Phillips, the engineer for Nelson Philippe, right there. Now he has a destroyed racing car, a car that led so convincingly. Jan?
With Mark Johnson, who was named as the new general manager for PKV Racing, and both your cars out. You just saw the replay. Your take on it?
I don't know, Jan, just what little video we saw, it looked like maybe an unnecessary deal. We'll have to go back and look at it a little closer, but you know, it's unfortunate. The Gulfstream Codsworth car was having a great run today. The guys have done a great job recovering from some adversity over the course of the last few weeks, and we had a really good run going today. We were happy with where we were. Thought we could maybe close up on Justin a little bit there towards the end, but you know, that's the way the cards fall today, and we'll go back and put it together and be back in Edmonton.
It's a big job to manage a big team like this. You're on the radio with Oriol Servia. Were you pleased? You made some big progress here in the last few races, starting getting some pace back again.
No, we have. We've made some big pace. This group is really working together hard as a team to pull everything together, and they've come through some adversity here, like I said, the last few weeks, and we're going to put this thing together. We're going to move forward, and we're going to become a stronger team as we go. We're really happy with everybody. Everybody's working hard, so you can expect to see that Gulfstream car up front quite a bit.
Reminds me of the saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Cameron?
Well, I'm here with Vince Kramer, who's with Nelson Philippe, and you guys were having a great day going. Do you know what happened? Did he say anything on the radio?
Well, he didn't say anything on the radio. We were more concerned about whether he was okay or not. You know, but the CTHVM car was having a great day. We felt we were competing for the first place there in actuality because everybody in front of him, we felt were going to run out of fuel or had to come in for a splash. So we needed that position. Oriol was our only other guy that was on a kind of similar set strategy as us. So we were kind of competing for that position. Looked like we might have had a run on him, but it's hard to tell, you know.
Ironically, with both cars out, the yellow flag's helping the rest of the field.
All right, the situation, we're still under caution with 7 laps to go here at Exhibition Place in Toronto. A.J. Allmendinger with the lead now and should have no problem getting to the checkered flag if we stay under caution at this moment. The gap over Paul Tracy, of course, shrinking as we prepare for a restart. That'll put Bourdais, Wilson, D'Amata, and Junqueira all close behind as well. Tagliani, Power, and Ranger.
Have a look at this here, right at the point of impact. Now, this is just conjecture. I'm not sure if this happened. If we stop it about right here, stop it right there. See all the marbles and stuff and dirt and debris that's all around this area offline? I'm just curious, because he hit him so hard, did he, in fact, get off onto an area here where there was so little grip that he absolutely assaulted the backside of Servia? Because that's not just a small mistake. That's something that went completely awry. You don't often see that.
Well, you don't, and that's my question. We won't know until we get a chance to talk to Nelson Philippe. Do you just call that a 19-year-old mistake?
I don't think so. You don't make a mistake that big. That's why I'm struggling to try and find a reason here. Again, watch it in slow-mo. Here's all the debris and the dirt and the lack of grip here. And that's the only reason I can see for a driver who's trying to, or maybe attempting to make a pass, could hit another car that fast to take them, two of them off the road with that much violence and just destroy those champ cars.
Right side of your screen, you saw some shrapnel go flying there, and the course workers scattered. They do a great job here and everywhere on the Champ Car World Series. A.J. Allmendinger, our leader, he's had something to say to his crew a few moments ago about that exact situation. Let's listen.
Hey, there looks like there's a lot of debris down there. I hope you're able to avoid most of that debris.
Yeah, I'm trying. I mean, it was kind of all over the place. And they ran us down the inside where all the built-up rubber is, so... I mean, I've never seen this much built-up rubber on this course before. It's all over the place.
A.J. Allmendinger and Michael Cannon, his crew chief and engineer.
Actually, that was Phil LePan that was on the radio right there. The debris, the rubber and debris that they're picking up some of it here, that Allmendinger just mentioned that's the bit I'm talking about. I suspect that was part of the reason why Philippe lost so much grip and just absolutely walloped the backside of Servia. Well, this gives the yellow, so now Allmendinger, Tracy, Bourdais, if they ever had to go a bit slower to save enough fuel to finish the rest of the race, it's now over. Now you can just turn up the wick and just go flat out, which is what they'll do.
Andrew Ranger had made a quick pit stop in the MyJack Tide machine, the 27 car. You saw him clapping as he came off pit road a moment ago here in front of basically the home fans. Allmendinger trying to win 3 in a row. He'd be the first driver since Al Unser Jr. 12 years ago to turn that trick, first American-born driver. Pace car in front of the field. Let's take a look back at Allmendinger's great last few weeks. Father's Day, Portland, Oregon. Just joined the Forsyth Championship Racing team in his first career Champ Car event here on CBS Sports. And then 2 weeks ago, of course, at Cleveland, a wild day. Many of the contenders struggled. Lots of action all over. At the end of the day, Allmendinger was fastest and won it again, 2 straight. Now going for 3 in a row here. Another temporary circuit and exhibition place in Toronto. 5 laps to go as we continue to circle under caution. A moment ago, you saw J.D. Wilbur give the field the 1 to go signal, so it looks like we will go green for the last few laps. Tracy will restart right behind Allmendinger. Bourdais, Wilson, D'Amata, and Junqueira, the first 6.
Okay. For those of you sitting in your living room, move back from the television screen because we got 5 laps to go, and Tracy is a man on a mission right now.
At Long Beach, of course, taken out in that turn 1, lap 1 incident, along with Bruno Junqueira and Oriol Servia. At Milwaukee on the mile, his then teammate Mario Dominguez got a little too aggressive for the second time. Dominguez was involved in that Long Beach wreck, took out PT. Tracy frustrated, checking over the car. Now, though, with an opportunity. Coming to green. There'll be 4 laps of racing left in Toronto. We're back underway at Exhibition Place.
This is Tracy's only chance to win this race. Allmendinger got an awesome restart. Tracy is very good in cold tires. Bourdais is going to watch the 2 of them. I don't know what Wilson has. Oh, but we got side by side here with Ranger. That was Will Power, I believe, trying to get down inside Ranger.
Power made a move to pick up a spot. Allmendinger's lead 7/10. Here's Bourdais now taking a look at Paul Tracy.
Oh, Tracy is busy holding off Bourdais. Allmendinger a bit slow. Oh, he gets it sideways. Low gear, second gear.
3 laps to go this time by. Wilson 4th. It looks as though his bid to win his first of the year won't come to pass here at Toronto. Allmendinger starting to pull away a bit.
Forsyth in deck, 1-2. There's all the debris again, right side, bottom side of the screen. Wilson is not a factor here. He is not pressure for Bourdais. He allows Bourdais to pressurize Tracy. He fills his mirrors.
3 to
Tracy,
go.
see it? Fighting the car, fighting the back of the car. This is not an easy ride here for Tracy.
Allmendinger, Tracy, Bourdais, and Wilson. 5th belongs to D'Amata. Bourdais all over Tracy in 1.
Yeah, but he's getting close. Oh, he got close on the way in. He needs to get close on the way out. That's the only chance he has to try and make a pass on Tracy.
Cosworth power to pass worth 75 horsepower here this weekend. Bourdais got half a minute left. Tracy only 15 seconds. D'Amata, meantime, closing in on his teammate.
Oh, this is risky. Where did he come from all of a sudden? Wilson's teammate with D'Amata. Best run yet for that team with D'Amata. Roo Sports. That's the car that Allmendinger jumped out of. Well, was kicked out of.
Now, D'Amata was hard on the brakes. We saw tire smoke. It looks as though he's given up ground. Meantime, Allmendinger still in front. They'll get the 2 to go this time by. 2 laps to go this time by. Watching from pit road.
What a team this is. What a team this has been and has turned into. All in the span of 3 races. Tracy now breathing room over Bourdais. Can he mount a challenge on Allmendinger? I don't believe so. I don't think he has the pace to match A.J. Allmendinger.
1.6 seconds as they came by start finish the last time. Birds scattered.
And Tracy didn't want to hit that because that could take the front wing off a racing car. Worse still, if the board hits a driver on the helmet, knock him out.
Sure.
2 pigeons having dinner on the back straight with 2 laps to go.
Leader is Allmendinger. White flag this time by A.J. Allmendinger, gunning for 3 in a row in the Champ Car World Series.
Man, I thought it was debris from another racing car.
Just pigeons enjoying the afternoon. Take a look.
There they are looking, having dinner in the middle of the back straight. Tracy, Allmendinger avoids them, doesn't want to damage the car. Pigeons say, man, I better get out of here. Tracy sliced my wing off.
Justin Wilson took evasive action there as well. White flag is in the air. Greg Allmendinger watching his son from pit road.
And the pigeons cost Tracy about 0.3 of a second by the looks of it. Oh, what a day. 3 wins in a row for this little fireball, A.J. Allmendinger.
Last time Forsyth Championship Racing had a 1-2 finish, Derek, 3 seasons ago at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course.
Bourdais.
Second spot in play. Bourdais trying to put some heat on Tracy in the last couple of corners.
D'Amata is not a factor. He has dropped back now from Wilson. Tag is still 6th.
AJ's mom on pit road watching as well.
Karen is enjoying the last 3 races. That's his mom. Oh.
A.J. Allmendinger, a couple of turns from home at Exhibition Place. Unbelievable, Derek Daly. 2 turns to go. And the young driver out of California is going to win 3 in a row.
There it is. He says, pinch me and tell me this is real.
A.J. Allmendinger for Forsyth Championship Racing brings the Index car number 7 home. A hat trick indeed for Forsyth Championship Racing. And the scoreboard on the team, A.J. 3, PT 0.
And there they are, side by side. PT says congratulations. I think that's what he said.
They run 1-2.
What a team.
You guys, oh my God, you're amazing. Michael, the whole engineering staff, Van Doug, whole crew, you guys are absolutely awesome.
Michael, of course, is Mike Cannon. Wow. Jason Weatherford, Nick Slade, John Sumner, John Fricker, Chris Muir, Mike LaFontaine, and Phil LePen. They are the boys. Boy, they've gone to victory circle 3 times in a row. Pinch me, baby. Tell me this is true.
First time an American-born Champ Car driver has won 3 in a row in 12 years. Al Unser Jr., the last to do it, 1994. Allmendinger, your winner. Tracy, second, tying his best finish of the year. And Sebastian Bourdais, the championship leader, ends up 3rd. Justin Wilson takes 4th. Cristiano D'Amata 5th. Tagliani and Will Power 6th and 7th. Junqueras, Wolzman, and Ranger. Good finish for Charles Wolzman in 9th.
But nobody's won 3 in a row in the flamboyant, flat-out style of an Allmendinger. You get kicked out of your home nest. You wonder where you're going to go. You wonder, is the cloud going to stay over you? Somebody drops you and says, here, have a go here. And you go to party land 3 times in a row. How awesome. And his mom and his dad are here to share. Here's the donuts.
Some Tim Hortons donuts here in Toronto.
Let's see. Oh, no, that was a misfire. Okay.
Nice.
That was half a donut. Come on, AJ. Come on. Let me see, let me see, let me see. He called me the Russian judge the last time because he thought they were perfect, and I didn't say they were that good.
You gave him a 7.5, I think, the last time, didn't you?
You know what? Considering he's between the concrete walls, I'll say that was a really, really good job. My 9-year-old son, Christian, would love the tire smoke.
Well, he didn't go down into a runoff area to do it the way we've seen others try it. So the Forsyth Championship Racing star A.J. Allmendinger wins 3 in a row.
I don't know.
First time it's been done in 12 years, as we said. Paul Tracy, his teammate, comes home 2nd. First 1-2 for Forsyth Championship Racing in 12 years. Jan Beekes in victory lane.
And they're getting him out of the car as we speak. And Derek, I think what you had to say, Billy, yes, let's get him up out of the car so we can get with him. And Derek, when you said, pinch me, let me know if it's real. I know that that's what A.J. Allmendinger is thinking at this moment. Obviously, there's a lot of gear to get off, but we want to be the first to congratulate A.J. Allmendinger on that 3-peat, the hat trick that we saw. We saw the team hold up that sign. They quickly went over and got a Sharpie and said, we did the hat trick. Come on, A.J., pop out. A.J. Allmendinger, 3 in a row.
Paul Tracy can only wonder, how will he stop this teammate?
AJ, we were just saying, are you wanting to pinch yourself to make sure this is real?
No, because if I pinch myself, I might wake up. So, man, this whole Forsyth team is just absolutely beautiful. The pit stops got me out in the lead in front of Justin. Forsyth 1-2. It's not Roosport 1-2. I don't think so. So just thanks to Red Bull and Puma and everybody, Indec, Jerry, this whole team. These are the guys that earn it. Oh, yeah.
Now tell me, this race you had said early in the weekend, as far as finding pace, as far as finding speed, was your biggest challenge, but it came together.
Yeah, like it always does. I mean, my whole engineering staff, Michael Cannon, and everybody there, they're absolutely fantastic, and they seem to hit the car perfect when it counts, and that's just absolutely amazing. I can't say any more. Thanks to Bridgestone and everybody that's part of the series, Cosworth. I just love the Champ Car World Series. I'm starting to love winning.
I bet you are. Tell me about red versus black. Paul wanted to go on blacks. You liked the reds. How did it play out in the race?
Well, I didn't know if the reds were going to be better because we only did 10 laps the first stint. So I took a chance, put the reds on. The Bridgestone reds started to give up just a bit at the end. But once you put the blacks on, perfect balance as usual, and just pacing myself, saving fuel. And at the end, I didn't want to have a relive Edmonton. So may try one this one on a restart.
I see your fiance behind you. I understand you're thinking about buying you're going to move here?
Never know. This I might not want to change anything. We keep doing this, so I'll just keep winning races. We'll figure out the rest later.
Yeah, but your house is on the market. I think you're committed now.
Exactly.
Can you win 4 in a row?
Why not? I didn't think we could win 3, and I did. This is amazing. So Edmonton, except for the little incident last year, was one of my favorite tracks. Let's go do it again.
All right, it was a jinx for Sebastian. I got a feeling with the roll that he's on, he's going to pull it off.
Well, it's been a season of streaks. Bourdais won the first 4. Now Allmendinger's won 3 straight. The reference to Edmonton a year ago will be there in 2 weeks. He was leading late. We thought it was going to be his first win, Derek. He got into the wall. He was the picture of frustration that afternoon in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. But the trophy being hoisted in victory lane by A.J. Allmendinger, who wins his 3rd consecutive Champ Car World Series event, the Molson Grand Prix of Toronto. Back with more in just a moment. With Derek Daly, I'm Rick Benjamin. Post-race ceremonies continuing here at Exhibition Place in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the Molson Grand Prix of Toronto. 7th race of the season complete. It's been a season of streaks for first Sebastian Bourdais, and now 3-time winner A.J. Allmendinger. Time for our Mazda Power Play. Let's recap the Champ Car Atlantic Championship run earlier this weekend. Standing start again here in Toronto, but they wouldn't get past turn 1. Graham Rahal had the pole there in car number 18. But Andreas Wirth was the championship leader. Steve Ott involved in that. Several other cars. There's Wirth in the 37. There was also trouble on turn 3. Rahal had gotten by, but Rafael Matos in that red number 6 got into him, and his afternoon was done as well. Rahal, they were able to fix the MyJack Conquest team that runs that car for Rahal. They were able to get it put back together, get him back out to score some points. Andreas Wirth also, after lengthy repairs, the Wirth Solar Index car did return as well. Jonathan Bomarito here battling with Ryan Lewis for 2nd late in the race. Bomarito made a great move to get around the Englishman Lewis. Bomarito would finish in 2nd spot. Late in the going, Rahal had completed additional laps, but his right rear tire went down, and the Geel number 18 off course at the end of the backstretch. His afternoon complete. Robbie Pecorari in the Western Union car for Gellis Racing. They have Champ Car aspirations in a couple of years. They went to victory lane for the first time in Pecorari's Atlantic career. And that is your Mazda Power Play. Yokohama presenting the Mazda Champ Car Atlantic Championship powered by Mazda. Cameron Steele with more post-race ceremonies.
Well, I've caught up with PT, the fan favorite here for sure, and PT, the strategies, it seemed like they didn't really play into your hand today, did they?
Yeah, I mean, we had a good race with the Team Forsyth. Obviously, coming home 1-2 is the best that we can do. But it was a good race for me, a good race for the team. We came out of the first stop behind those guys, so AJ started getting away, and I said I got to get going. I got to try to get going here and not save as much fuel and just get by these guys and then go back into fuel savings mode. And I used push to pass to get by Sebastian and Wilson and tried to close the gap on AJ and close it down. But in the end, in the final 5-lap shootout, I didn't have enough push to pass to really get offensive with him.
What about coming into this event? You had a bit of a heavy heart, not the season that you wanted to have. Was there just added pressure and then coming to the hometown as well?
No, I know that I've been driving well, and I know that I've been running well and qualifying well. So, it's been frustrating not to get through the first lap. And, this is probably one of the most hectic first corners to get through. But, I'm happy that we can build on this. We've come back again to a podium finish. And, really with AJ winning 3 in a row, he's the guy that's in the lead here to try to win the championship. And, really my position is to just keep the pressure on Bourdais and make him, if I can make him race harder than he wants to race in any situation, then hopefully it'll help AJ.
The fans at home and the fans here got to see a fabulous pass on Sebastian Bourdais. Take us back through that.
Well, I just, AJ was pulling away from us and getting away, and they were trying to save a lot of fuel because we were trying to do it on 2 stops. And I just decided I'm quicker than them. I'm saving a lot of fuel. I'm just going to try 1 lap, just get close and hit the push to pass. And I got a good run off the straightaway and got by him. And he saw me coming and tried to defend it, but obviously I was on the inside. And then did the same move again on Wilson. So I was able to just pull away from him after that and go back into saving fuel and get up close to AJ. But when it came down to the end, he had more push to pass, and I couldn't really get offensive, like I said.
Well, we're on our way to Canada once again. How about a view on Edmonton? What are you looking forward to there?
Well, obviously last year I was on the podium and we led the race for a while. This is a race now in Toronto. It's a hometown race. I can build on this. And, state of mind and spirits are up now, and we'll go into the next one with the intentions of winning.
There you go. Paul Tracy looking for his top stop on the podium.
Now Paul Tracy with second, a guy who... I don't know how pleased he really is with second. He said all the right things, Derek, but there's a little frustration there as well as we take a look at our top 10.
I think it was interesting. He said he hit the push to pass to get by Bourdais. He did. He pushed Bourdais out of the way. That's what he means by push to pass.
Tracy runs second behind Allmendinger, Bourdais third, and that at least, Tracy knowing he finished ahead of Bourdais, that's got to give him some positive feeling going ahead to Edmonton in 2 weeks. Dominguez in 11th with Servia, Philippe, and Leg. Jan Bikas.
And with Sebastian Bourdais, you talk about the points. We know that Sebastian Bourdais is still our point leader. I know it wasn't exactly what you wanted, obviously much better than Cleveland, but a good point-paying day.
Yeah, I think it's a championship day. You've got to take what you have and on a given day. And today it just seemed to be a third place. It could have been better, but just really missed the opportunity, I guess, at the very start of the race where I could have been just right behind Justin. And, it just unfolded the way it did for the Magnolos team, but strong finish and strong points.
On that strong finish after the restart, did you think he had a shot at Paul Tracy?
Well, I was trying to put pressure on him. I knew with the red Bridgestone tires I was going to be able to go up to speed a little quicker. But my tires started to be pretty well used up, just like the rest of us. And, it was a long stint for everybody up front. So, in the meantime, I know PT is a pretty strong racer. I didn't want to take any chance to ruin a strong result. So, when it's a third place, you go home with a third place and you move on.
Now, you guys have had words in the press and with each other, you and Paul Tracy, but today you raced hard together, in a couple of cases really hard and really close. Does that help that you raced hard, you both came out of it? Does that take the pressure off, so to speak?
Well, I think, I tried to give him room as much as I could, and when he made a move on me, I gave him the room. It was hard racing, but when he's racing up front, he's usually making very few mistakes. It's when he's back in P6 or 5th, he starts to be a little more aggressive and sometimes a little bit out of hand. But no, I think it was a good race. I'm just glad we've made it through cleanly this time.
Well, nice, valuable points. I want to go on to congratulate you again for that driver of the quarter that you won. First Champ Car driver since 2003 to do that. Congratulations.
Thanks.
The thoughts of Sebastian Bourdais, third here today. His third place finish in the last 3 events. He was third at Portland when Allmendinger began that incredible run. Now 3 consecutive wins for the young driver in Forsyth Championship Racing. Back with more from the Champ Car Molson Grand Prix of Toronto after this message and a word from your local CBS station. Hey, here's your chance now to enter the Champ Car Live Fast sweepstakes presented by Bridgestone. You can win a trip to join us at the Grand Prix of Edmonton, plus a set of Bridgestone Potenzas or an Auto Week subscription. Our grand prize winner gets that new Ford Mustang GT and will join us in Mexico City for the season finale. Code word this week is WILL. Get the rules and an entry at the series' official website, which is champcar.ws. The Champ Car Live Fast sweepstakes are presented by Bridgestone. With Derek Daly, I'm Rick Benjamin. Jan Bikas and Cameron Steele on pit road for us today. Post-race ceremonies continuing. AJ Allmendinger has won his 3rd consecutive Champ Car World Series event. 4 different leaders today. Allmendinger, Nelson Philippe led a lot of laps today. Lead changes, 5 total. We had 8 cars finish on the lead lap here this afternoon. 3 cautions for 13 laps in total numbers. Of course, the last one, that big impact between Oriol Servia and Nelson Philippe that we thought might change the complexion of this race at the very end. 6 drivers ended the day behind the wall. Mario Dominguez, the last of the drivers to take the checkered flag today in 11th. Cameron Steele.
Well, I'm caught up with Justin Wilson, and he started from the pole. We talked to you before the race. You came in early. Were you disappointed a little bit with the strategy?
Well, that first stint, it was under yellow, and everyone was decided to pit. and we figured we needed to stay on the same strategy as all the other quick guys to have a chance, so we pitted as well. Lost a spot there, but ultimately we weren't really quick enough. We were sliding around and people were driving past me on the track, and then we lost a load of time. The last few laps of that second stint were just, it's like being on ice. I had no tires left.
Well, you told me before we did the interview that you kind of had everything. You had the jackpot of problems. At different times of the day, the car came and went for you?
Yeah, we had understeer at one point, and then it got loose on me and power down went away. So, I mean, it's typical things around Toronto. It's very easy to burn off the tyres, and unfortunately, for whatever reason, we couldn't seem to look after them better than other people, and people just drove past us.
A disappointing day for Justin Wilson, but I know he's looking forward to Edmonton.
Yeah, Wilson takes home 4th here, which helps him in the championship standings, Derek, but it's not the result he was hoping for today. Jan?
And with Nelson Philippe, thankfully, he's back on pit road. He's okay, but that was a big, big crash. What happened?
Well, it happens that we have some drivers in the series, unfortunately, that make, stupid judgments. And, Servia was complaining in the drivers' meeting that everybody was staying to the right of the straightaway yesterday. And, he does the same thing when I'm about to pass him. So it's really unfortunate. My team was telling me that everybody seemed like they were going to have to do a splash and go if there wasn't going to be a yellow. So I'm confident we would have, ended up on the podium. And it's unfortunate, but I was close again.
Tell me, when we spoke just a moment ago, you said you feel that you were brake checked. You and I know what that means, but describe that to the viewers.
Well, it means pretty much that, he braked really early for the corner, and when you're going 180 miles an hour, there's no reaction time on my part, and as soon as he got on the brakes, I was flying, and I don't remember anything after that, but it was a stupid, racing incident, and I think the blame is going to go to him. I just talked to Tony Kopman, the director of operations, and he said, the race director, he said, that it was pretty much his fault, so he's going to look over the data and we'll see what happens.
Now, last race as a teenager, you were excited about. Now are you glad to get it out of the way? You got a birthday coming up, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be my birthday on Sunday in Edmonton, so I'm actually looking forward to my first win. It's been 2 in a row that, I've been really close, led some laps, been really, really competitive, and I'm just so tired of it. I'm tired of ending up, in the grass or not ending up, in the podium anymore. So definitely on Sunday in Edmonton, I'm going to look for that win because it's been too close too many times this year.
All right, we wish you well now when you get into your 20s.
Thank you very much.
It was a good day for Nelson Philippe and the CTA HVM team until that incident with Oriol Servia, but he did lead a lot of laps, and there was a time, Derek Daly, when we thought they had the right strategy and it might pay off in victory. But the driver who really had things pay off for him today for the 3rd straight week, A.J. Allmendinger. We'll be back in Toronto in a moment.
The 2005 Miss Grand Prix of Toronto and the 2006 Fates of Champ car belong to one woman, Miss Brandy Latimer. And on Saturday night, with Brandy as one of the judges, a new batch of finalists took the stage in the hopes to become the Miss Grand Prix of Toronto and move on to become the 2007 Fates of Champ car.
Back at the Molson Grand Prix of Toronto at Exhibition Place. Podium ceremonies underway. A.J. Allmendinger with a lot to celebrate. His 3rd consecutive victory. A lot of power in that champagne bottle, too. Sebastian Bourdais with him, 3rd today. And the runner-up, Paul Tracy, driver of car number 3. Cameron Steele.
Well, I've caught up with Cristiano D'Amata, who's speaking a little Portuguese with Bruno Junqueira down here. And Cristiano, equaling your best finish of the year, 5th. I know you won this race in 2002. Are you happy coming from 8th to 5th, or are you a little disappointed overall?
Nah, it's every time you score points, you're not completely disappointed, but I wish we had a little bit better performance here. The whole weekend was pretty difficult for us. We've went through all type of problems, handling problems, and we're pushing hard. It's only our 3rd race together, and I know AJ makes us look a little bit stupid because he joined Forsyth and won 3 races, and it's no problem for him to. But we're having a little bit more trouble over there. But we're slowly going towards why we won out of the car, but it's been a little bit of a struggle so far.
One thing you didn't talk about is your comfort level inside the car. I know there's been some talk around the pits. You had a new seat made this week, but then you didn't end up using it. Has it been hard adjusting to the car or the cockpit?
No, it's not. It's not about adjusting the fit, my fit inside the car. It's just as far as handling goes, I think we have a little bit to do. My fit inside the car is actually not too bad.
Right on. Thank you, Cristiano. We look forward to Edmonton. We'll send it back upstairs.
Slow but steady improvement for the Rousport 10 car and the former series champ Cristiano D'Amata, 5th here today at Exhibition Place in Toronto. Well, the championship picture certainly getting tight. Sebastian Bourdais' lead over A.J. Allmendinger down to just 23. Justin Wilson lurking there in third. We'll be back. Number 1 Network. A.J. Allmendinger wins his 3rd consecutive champ car round. Let's show you how he got to victory lane. Off the start, Justin Wilson led him into turn 1. Sebastian Bourdais snuck through and then gave up ground on the outside. Everybody got through cleanly. Mario Dominguez, though, had problems early. Nearly came 2nd 2 weeks ago in Cleveland, but had front wing damage. Turn 3. This is an incident involving Catherine Legge, Jan Halen, Dan Clark, who stalled the car, and Denise Kazabets, who had to stop the 18. No contact there. Everybody okay. A.J. Allmendinger making his first stop during that caution on lap number 11. His teammate Paul Tracy stopping as well at that point. Now there was contact here between Wilson and Bourdais. Everybody able to continue. Some parts got knocked off one of those cars. As though Bourdais' car might have lost some wing flaps, but he was able to continue. Contact later between one of the CT HVM cars. Again, that was Clark and Charles Wolzman getting together. Clark's day was done. Nelson Philippe led a lot of laps today. He made a pit stop here, changed to the Bridgestone Blacks. That handed the lead over to A.J. Allmendinger. He would not be headed. Paul Tracy trying to get to the top position on the podium. Made this bold move on the inside down the backstretch to get by Sebastian Bourdais. And then jumped on the Cosworth Power to Pass button to run around Justin Wilson. Oriol Serbia on a different fuel strategy, and the Gulfstream 6 car for the PKB team looked like it might pay off for him. A tire going down brought him in early. That gave the lead back to Nelson Philippe. When he made his final stop, Allmendinger vaulted back out in front, and he would stay there the rest of the day. Philippe's chances of victory would come to an end. That big crash with Serbia. Allmendinger rolling to the victory in car number 7, the Forsyth Index machine, and A.J. Allmendinger has won 3 straight. We'll be back in Toronto in just a moment.
They happen every day.
CBS Sports coverage of Bridgestone presents the Champ Car World Series powered by Ford is sponsored by Ford. Bold moves. And by Bridgestone Tires. Passion for excellence.
A look at your Roche Ron's Rookie of the Year standings in the Champ Car World Series. 7 races into the books, and Will Power, who scored a 7th place finish here today. He leads Catherine Legge and Dan Clark by 6 markers. Jan Halen is 4th in the standings, 12 back. Charles Wolzman 20 back. Denise Kazabets running an abbreviated schedule this year for Rocket Sports. He is 6th in the Rookie of the Year standings, 65 points back of the leaders. Well, Derek Daly in 2 weeks will be at Edmonton. What will we see there?
I think we will see A.J. Allmendinger again being at the front. He is so confident. That team understand that car. I think you're going to have to beat him if you're going to win that race next weekend.
If you're Sebastian Bourdais, you came from 10th to win last year. What do you think going into Edmonton? Do you have a shot? We'll see, I guess, in 2 weeks. Well, coming up next, stars of the LPGA Tour face off in the HSBC Women's World Match Play Championship here on CBS Sports. And later at 5 Eastern, one of the great spectacles in the world of sport, Tour de France coverage on CBS. Be sure to join us in 2 more weeks for Bridgestone presents the Champ Car World Series. Powered by Ford, we'll have the Grand Prix of Edmonton for you Sunday, July 23rd, 1 o'clock Eastern from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. For Derek Daly and Jan Beekes, Cameron Steele, and Michelle Beisner, I'm Rick Benjamin. Thanks for watching. We congratulate our winner today. A.J. Allmendinger makes it 3 straight at the Molson Champ Car Grand Prix of Toronto. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you in 2 weeks in Edmonton.